Hey there, beautiful lady. Welcome. You are listening to The Stylish CEO, the podcast for female entrepreneurs ready to step into their CEO role and be the face of their brand. I'm your host, Laura Jane, your very own personal stylist and women's empowerment coach. I'm a Nutella and ice cream addict, flamenco dancing Yorkshire lass with over 15 years experience of working in the fashion industry. Each week, we'll be diving into topics that cover style, business, and personal development, as well as guests interviews from leaders within their field who will be sharing their stories and expertise. So go grab yourself your favourite cuppa, sink into your favourite chair, and let's dive into these CEO game-changing conversations. Hey there, beautiful ladies. Welcome to another episode of The Stylish CEO. Today, I want to talk to you about how gaining a deeper understanding of yourself helps to unlock your personal style. This is something that I've been talking about quite a bit in recent episodes, about getting that deeper understanding about yourself. But how exactly do you go about doing this? And that's what I want to talk to you about in this episode today. So stay tuned. Before we get started with today's episode, I want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by my Facebook group, The Stylish Entrepreneur Tribe. This is an exclusive community for female entrepreneurs that empowers them to be as stylish as their brands. If you are ready to up-level within your business, start to become more visible by being your true stylish, authentic self through your personal style, so that you can start showing your potential clients that you are the expert within your field, attract and become a magnet for your ideal clients, and then transform this into sales, then this group is for you. This community is a free, safe place for female entrepreneurs who are chasing their dreams, are fearless and have a desire to show that they are the experts through transforming their image so that they can represent their true stylish self, because they know that their personal style plays an important role within their business, because it is an extension of it. If this sounds like you, then head over to the show notes at girlbehindthelook.com/podcast, where you will find the link to the Facebook group. Now let's kick off this episode. Hey there, beautiful ladies. Welcome to another episode of The Stylish CEO. Today I'm talking to you about how gaining a deeper understanding of yourself helps you unlock your personal style. As I said in the intro, we've been discussing this a little bit over the past few weeks, that I've been talking about really trying to unlock your personal style. But I wanted to go a little bit deeper this episode into how exactly do you gain a deeper understanding of yourself, and why does it help you unlock your personal style. So as I said in previous weeks, if you really gain this deeper understanding of yourself, it helps you unlock your personal style, because you gain a deeper understanding what's going to work for you and your wardrobe, and it's going to help you make sure that the items in your wardrobe are correct for you and for the lifestyle that you're living, as well as meeting your requirements as a business and a brand. But how exactly do you go about doing this? Now, I've spoken a little bit and I've given you little bits of tips here and there on how you can answer some questions to get to know this much better, but I believe in going so much deeper than that. And for me, it really starts with gaining a much deeper understanding of yourself, and the way that you can do this is by going a lot deeper and understanding who you are, because when you understand who you are and what makes you you, that's going to allow you to understand your style a lot better. So you want to try and observe the way that you see yourself, and the only way that you can do this is by taking a step back and really understanding like what makes you happy and what are the things that make you really uncomfortable. And from doing this, it's gonna really allow you to understand what makes you stand out as a person, because when we are in this crowded entrepreneurial world, we need to understand what's making us stand out from our competitors. And the only way that you can do this is by going that really deep level within yourself and understanding what makes you you and what makes you unique. Now, understanding yourself is something that a lot of people talk about a little bit when they talk about getting a journal out and journaling. And that is a fantastic tool to use, and one that I recommend that my clients use all the time. And the reason why I personally like journaling is because it allows you to open up and express yourself in a way to unlock a greater understanding. So when you have prompts that help you to understand, and by a prompt I mean maybe a question or a theme that you might want to talk around, by doing this, it's allowing you to go that much deeper and get that deeper understanding of how you think, because we all think differently. We all have different experiences in our lives, and journaling allows the experiences and the memories that we've got within ourselves to really come to the forefront of what we want to understand. And personally, when I've done this, lots of things that have come up in me just writing that I had completely forgotten about, experiences that I've forgotten about, things that had happened. And by allowing these things to go from your mind and your subconscious to pen to paper is really a freeing experience, because it allows you to then take a step back and understand the things that make you you, because these experiences that we experience in life make us who we are. They create the person that we are today, and we are constantly gaining experiences and knowledge all the time, and they are evolving us into the person that we are meant to be. So by gaining that deeper understanding of yourself, it's going to really allow you to unlock the things that make you you. Another good way of really understanding who you are is to read. And again, this is something that I really relate to, because there's lots of books that have been out there that have really helped me unlock the person that I am. And I've spoken about this book in particular before, in my very first episode, the book by Gabrielle Bernstein. It's really helped me unlock who I am, and all the rest of her books help me unlock who I am, because she provides tools within that book that you can use on a day-to-day basis to gain that deeper understanding. But for me, what's so important is that we allow ourselves to take that step back. And this is something that I've actually been speaking about today in an episode that I've recorded for another podcast. And I was talking about, taking that step back from whatever you're experiencing and really asking yourself, why are you feeling this way? And is it a reflection on you? Because you will find that when you go that deeper level, by taking that step back from the situation, you will gain this deeper understanding of how you think and the areas that you need to work on within your life. And I really believe that by gaining this deeper understanding, by understanding the building blocks, so to speak, that make us, really helps us understand who we are and how unique we are, because we are all unique. Nobody is the same, and we need to understand what makes us unique in order to understand how we can stand out as the experts that we are. And when you figured that out, you can then translate that understanding to your personal style, because it allows you to implement the uniqueness of you in your personal style, into your wardrobe, into the outfits that you create, so that when you are meeting with your potential clients, or you're getting in front of an audience, or you're going to a network event, they can instantly connect with you because you have something that's unique to you that they can recognize you by. So it's really gaining that deeper understanding of yourself on what makes you unique, because like I say, we are all unique. We don't think that we are. We like to think that we are all the same, but we're really not. We're all individual, and nobody looks the same, nobody is the same, everybody experiences things in different ways, and by going deep within yourself and, working through questions and prompts, that allows you to gain that deeper understanding, like I said, of what makes you unique. And it also helps you to understand what your purpose is, because when you're connecting with your purpose, then that allows you to also own that space of, owning your purpose and owning your unique purpose in a way that makes you you. I also believe that gaining this deeper understanding of yourself allows you to unlock that inner light that's in you, that inner glow that's dying to get out, because unless you really start allowing that to radiate to the world, then nobody's going to connect with you, because you're not shining in your purpose of confidently owning what you do. So it's really, really important to gain that deeper understanding by, writing, by journaling, by working through the prompts and the questions that come up for you and going that extra level deeper. There's lots of guest experts that I've been talking to this season, and they're all saying that we need to gain that deeper understanding of ourselves by going that level deeper, by gaining that deeper knowledge and understanding of what makes us us. And like I said, you can answer questions, you can use prompts in order to journal. And if journaling's not something that you can kind of work with, because like I said, we're all individual, we are all unique. Sometimes journaling works for people, sometimes it doesn't. I know that when I first started out journaling, I had a real difficult time of being able to do it, because I thought that it was very restricting. I didn't know what to say. I was very much doing the Dear Diary moment, and that was then transporting me back to a time when I was 12 years old or 10 years old, writing Dear Diary in a notebook, and something that I never stuck with, and I had to change the way that I was using journaling. So what I started to do was use it in a way to give myself a compliment each day. So what I used to do when I first started out was write a sentence a day to gain that deeper understanding, and I'd give myself a compliment. And that's something that you can quite easily do. Just get a notebook that you feel drawn to, that really excites you. Spend a little bit more money on that notebook, and then just write in a sentence a day that's really encouraging you and really allows you to own that area of yourself. And that can be like, you did a really good job at nailing that client today, or the outfit that you created made you feel really confident. Or it can be something like, you looked at yourself in the mirror and recognize you have the most beautiful smile, which is something that somebody always says to you. If you are noting down these things, it will help you gain that deeper knowledge with yourself, and will help you be more confident in writing and journaling. And I found that I started out with this sentence a day, and then it became 2 sentences, and then it became 3 sentences, and now I can quite easily just free write by doing a meditation to get me into the zone and allowing the words to flow from me. But like I say, everybody's different, and not everybody's going to resonate with writing a journal. And if you are a talker, then you might want to record a voice memo to yourself each day, and that might be your form of journaling. So there's tools, it can be pen and paper, or it can be verbal. You can record voice memos on your phone. It's something quite easy. We all have a phone nowadays. You can quite easily do that and just record a 5-minute voice memo to yourself that is helping you unlock, answering the questions that allow you to get that deeper understanding of yourself. Hey there, beautiful lady. I'm interrupting this episode because I've got a question for you. Are you ready to figure out your personal style once and for all and have a bigger impact on your potential clients so that you can make more money? If the answer is yes, then you really want to check out my free ultimate guide to unlocking your personal style. In this guide, I share with you 8 steps that you can implement into your wardrobe today so that you can have more impact with your potential clients. So if you're interested in getting this, make sure you check out my show notes for this episode where you'll find the link to grab your copy. Now let's go back to the episode. So what are some of the questions that you can ask yourself and journal on? I want to give you a few that you can use today, but also if you head over to the show notes for this episode, you will find that you'll be able to download an example of prompts that I've given you and questions that you can use to gain that deeper understanding of yourself. And you want to take 5 minutes out by really preparing yourself first. So grab that journal, like I said, that you really resonate with, and grab the prompts, the questions that I've got for you that are going to help you to unlock yourself. And before you get started, I want you to meditate. Now, like I said, if you head over to the show notes, you will find that I have put some examples of meditations that I personally use before journaling, and you will also be able to get a copy of the questions that you can use to journal. And what I do is I use this meditation time, so it's usually about 5 minutes. There's some that are a bit longer, but I usually try to do 5 minutes, and I get into that zone of being connected with myself, and that's what a meditation helps you do. It allows you to connect with your inner self. And once I've done that, I then grab my journal and I pick a question from the list that I've given you, and then I journal upon that question. So it might be something like, what are the 5 words that you would use to describe yourself? Now for me, I would describe myself that I'm very passionate. I believe in the things that I believe in, like body positivity, that women should be supporting women, that we are all uniquely beautiful. And I'm very passionate about that, and I hope that that comes across when I talk to people. I also want them to understand that I'm very friendly and I'm an understanding person, and that's the thing that when I connect with people, I have this ability to allow them to open up because there's no judgment there. When they're talking to me, they end up telling me things that they didn't think that they would tell me because I've made them feel comfortable. So, these are personal qualities that make me me. They highlight my key personality traits and allow me to stay true to who I am. But I have to understand what these traits are in order to be aware of them. So when I am, speaking to my audience, I want to do it in a way that they feel that they are connected to me. They feel like I'm friendly. They feel like they could be sat in a coffee shop with me over coffee having a general conversation, that they feel like I'm welcoming and that they can open up to me. So by journaling this question, what makes me me, allows me to gain that deeper understanding. So, in the past, when somebody used to ask me that question, I used to really struggle with answering it. I used to be probably, really thinking about it for at least 5 minutes before I asked the question. But because I've connection with myself, it allows me to understand what my personality is like and what kind of traits I've got that makes me me. And like I said, we're all individual, we all have different traits, but it's gaining that deeper understanding of ourselves that allows us to then be, true to who we are and allows us to connect with the people that we are speaking to, because we're aware of our unique point of difference from our competitors. So that's one question that you can ask yourself. Another question could be, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Now, these are something that, again, I used to struggle with, like defining what your strengths are, but it's only when you can spend that time with yourself really thinking about it that you can really think what strengths you've got, that you can then use them to your advantage. And what are your weaknesses? If there's areas that you are struggling with, you want to acknowledge that, and then you want to figure out how you can improve on that. It might be that you're really good at doing video, but you're really bad at writing. So it might be that you then outsource that task to somebody else. So it comes from understanding what your strengths and what your weaknesses are, so that you can find and use the best time for you and your business, and you can use that time effectively and not waste it. If you are a talker and not a writer, then you probably spend a lot of time just sat there thinking, what am I going to write? Whereas you can talk quite natural and, can get the job done in a Facebook Live, for instance, in 5-10 minutes, whereas you could spend 2 days writing about it. Allowing yourself to be aware of what your strengths and your weaknesses are then allows you to then play to your strengths within your business and outsource the things that you don't like doing and the things that you're not good at, because there's other people that are good at doing them things, so you might as well give them tasks to somebody that's good, that can do their best in that area that is your weakness. So by being aware of these things allows you to be more aware of yourself, and it gains that deeper understanding. And like I say, when you get really clear about these things, you can then start implementing this into your wardrobe. Because for me, if I could come and work with you and I could give you a complete new wardrobe, and you would probably think it's amazing, because let's face it, I did a poll in my Facebook group this week, and pretty much the majority of the community said that they would want a new wardrobe, and that is how most women feel about their wardrobe. They would love to have a brand new wardrobe, but at the same time, if I gave you a new wardrobe, you would probably feel fantastic about that for 2-3 months. But then you're going to end up feeling back in the same place of where you're feeling now, where you're feeling overwhelmed by it. You don't know how to put outfits together, you're bored of it, you're tired of it, because you're fed up of seeing the same old thing. So by gaining that deeper understanding of yourself allows you to eliminate that, because you've already figured out what makes you you, and you're ensuring that the pieces in your wardrobe that make you you are there in your wardrobe. And you can then confidently go to your wardrobe and be really confident knowing that you can pick out an outfit and it's going to represent you and what you're about. You're going to end up getting more wears out of the pieces that are in there because they suit you and who you are. And then all you're going to do is update these pieces each season by adding accessories and trend pieces, or a new top or a new skirt, and your style is going to evolve over time, but it's still being who you are and it's staying true to who you are. So gaining that deeper understanding of yourself is such a powerful tool, like I say. And I hope that you've taken away some things from this episode today that you can start implementing into your life now. And like I said, go over and grab your copy of the meditations that I've given you and the questions that I'm providing for you to gain that deeper understanding of yourself. If you head over to the show notes at www.girlbehindthelook.com/podcast, you will find these things there that are really going to help you unlock who you are and gain that deeper understanding of yourself. And then, like I say, you can start implementing it into your wardrobe. As always, I want to give a shout out to one of our listeners who's left a review on iTunes. And today I want to give a shout out to Francis Ritchie, who left a 5-star review saying that this is a great podcast and that she loves the premise behind the show. So thank you so much, Francis, for leaving that comment and giving that review. I really, really appreciate you all joining me each week and listening to the episodes that I'm sharing with you. And I would love to be reading out a review from another listener. So if you want to get a shout out about you and your business, then make sure you head to iTunes and leave a review, and I could be reading out your comment and shout out to your business if you take a screenshot of that and then tag me in Instagram stories at Girl Behind the Look and at the Stylish CEO podcast. Then I could be giving it a shout out to your business as well. So until next time, beautiful lady, I hope to see you next week, and I hope you really enjoyed this episode. Take care. Bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Stylish CEO. If you loved this episode as much as I did, head over and rate and subscribe so you never miss another episode. New episodes drop each week on a Tuesday, so you don't want to miss out. I would love to hear more from you on what you thought about this episode and the topics that you want to hear. I also want to shout about you and your business, so each week I will be choosing someone who leaves a review or comment to share with the Stylish CEO audience. Check out the show notes at girlbehindthelook.com/podcast for more information. I can't wait to hang out with you again soon. Until next time, beautiful lady, this is Laura Jane signing off.